Singer-songwriter Ryan Bingham wrote the Oscar-winning song The Weary Kind from the 2009 film Crazy Heart starring Jeff Bridges.
Thanks for coming out. It's so good to be home.
He just came out with a new album called Tomorrowland. Thanks for coming by today. Really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
So, it's been a whirlwind of a few years. Oscar, Golden Globe, Grammy. What's it been like for you?
Oh man, it's been a heck of a ride. You know, the past couple of years was just that whole experience with the film and with the awards and stuff. It's very kind of surreal, you know, especially for me because, you know, up until that point I'd just been riding around in a van with, you know, some of my buddies, you know, playing little places around the country, and you know, next thing I know I was at home on my couch and I get a phone call that, you know, I was nominated for an Oscar, and from then on it was just like interviews and press and going here and going there, and it was you know, it only lasted for like 3 or 4 months, that whole part of that, but it was definitely an incredible experience.
And you know, I know that Jeff Bridges had a special connection to you and the film. Do you guys stay in touch?
Yeah, we do. You know, he was really great during that whole thing. He really kind of helped out a lot, and was just, it was nice that he kind of really took the time and the interest to kind of get to know you and was there to kind of help out. You know, I'd never done any kind of acting or anything like that, and been involved with a film, and so, you know, he was the kind of guy that actually took the time out of his day to, you know, hey, let's go in the backyard and I'll help you practice your lines, or, you know, help with the scene. And he made it really kind of comfortable in a very warm environment, so it was a lot of fun, and there was nothing was pretentious or anything like that. It was just a very laid-back atmosphere, and he was a lot of fun to work with, and yeah, it was really cool.
Do you see yourself ever getting involved with another film down the line?
Yeah, I totally would. You know, I had a great experience with that. It was a lot of fun. And, you know, I'm definitely open to that, you know, and inspired by film and the whole deal.
You're out with a new album, Tomorrowland, and it's got a little bit of a different sound, or at least on some songs. You know, tell me a little bit about that.
The main focus I wanted with this record is I wanted it to be a lot of fun playing live, you know. And the thing about, for me, playing live and being able to turn the electric guitars up and to bring the tempos and stuff like that up, helps kind of bring a bit of a sense of humor into the songs. You know, when I first started playing and touring and recording my first records, I mainly played acoustic guitar. And Mark Ford, the guy that produced my first 2 records, played in the Black Crowes and was very, you know, rock and roll. And he was the first guy that put electric guitar in my hands and was like, you know, I think this would fit your personality, you know, I want to try it out. But I never really had very much time to really experiment with it or practice. You know, I was just on the road and played every night. And so the last year I had off, I had a chance at home to really sit with it and sit with, you know, some amps and different pedals and things like that, and experiment with sounds and just play the electric guitar. And so that really kind of influenced a lot of the sounds on the record, and where the direction that it was going in. It was just kind of, you know, I always kind of say it's like my inner 16-year-old kid, you know, coming out at home, you know, playing loud music.
I'm the forsaken child, swept underneath your rug. Guess who is knocking on the door?
I know this is the first time you've struck out on your own with your own label. I mean, what's that whole situation been like? You were on Lost Highway, and now you're on your own.
It's been awesome. Me and my wife, Anna Axer, we started it together, and you know, I think it's just a lot more accessible for kind of musicians in my position these days with the social media and just ways that you can kind of connect with your fans and let them know that you're coming to town and you have new music coming out. And I've always kind of been somebody that's kind of made my living off the road, off touring and playing live shows. It hasn't really depended much on kind of radio play and things like that, you know, so, or record sales. It was going out and playing, you know, singing for your supper kind of a thing. And so it's, for us, you know, just to be able to let people know that we're coming to town and that we got new music out and things like that, it works well for us and kind of, you know, how we operate.
So you're really involved in terms of like all the business end of it too?
Yeah, everything from, you know, like kind of, you know, communicating through the Facebook and the Twitter and the social media stuff to, you know, mailing out CDs and things like that, you know, in the office, you know, stuffing envelopes and licking stamps and sending stuff out. It's very kind of, you know, mom and pop shop kind of thing.
Well, great. Well, thanks for coming by today, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Ryan Bingham's new album is called Tomorrowland. It's out now. And for this and all things entertainment, stay with CBSNews.com.